just love attitude.
Cô bây giờ cái nào quan trọng nhất, quan trọng là
Để bánh
cô.
mì ăn.
Thì để đi cái tắc quẹo đi coi này. Không có nào quan trọng nhất là
Bây giờ tao phải hát cái giờ kìa.
rồi. A.
Bình thường cô giảng không chụp đâu, cam cô lộ đề.
Có cái lộ đề. Okay, so for section 6, do you remember how many types of risk we have? How many types of risk? A lot, yeah, of course a lot. But we based on the market schematic model. Then we're gonna have how many? 5, yes. We also have distribution risk and competition risk, right? So you should be able to explain like about, you need to be able to explain like at least three type of risk, okay? And risk management, do you remember the steps to manage the risk? Anyone remember?
The steps, yeah.
Steps to manage the risk. There are 5 steps. So I just want to, you need to pay attention like the last week, some of the students said that the market attractiveness is about the barriers of entry, right? So some of the students said that a market with higher barriers of entry, the more attractive. So actually that is a wrong statement. How a market with high barriers of entry can attract more investors? Right? So it should be a market with lower barriers of entry can attract more investors, right? So you should pay attention to that. So the same, some of the students just explain like the risk, and some of the students just wrote that a country with higher political instability, the higher attractive to the firm. So it's a wrong statement. You should be able to explain logically. Okay. Chapter 7. So it's your homework as well. If you do your homework well, then you can answer this question. So the product, right? First is about the product. How many types of product we have? 4 types of product. We have local product and international product, multinational product, and global product. And you should be able to make the differences. Right. And we need to be able to remember we have 2 strategies for the product is the adaptive or standardized. Right? And what the big difference between them you need to remember. And we need to be able to remember the characteristic of the service. So how many characteristics of the service? The girls already mentioned, we have 4 main points, right? And we have 3 additional ones. So it will, because of 7 characteristics, it will lead to 7 challenges as well. So you need to be able to explain. But I want you to focus on the 4 main points, 4 main characteristics of the service, and 4 main challenges of the way we export the service, right? And how many ways for us to export our service? We have 4 modes. Okay, and the most important one is about the product consideration. So I also would like you to consider like a range of products, then why the firm choose that product to be exported. So we should remember the discussion that we already learned in the previous section. And I want you to remember at least total how many considerations when we export a product? 10. So I need you to remember 5. Anyone remember? Yeah, product quality and standard. We want to see if the quality or the standard of the product fits with the standard of the market that we want to export to, right? And you need to make some example, or you need to prepare the example for yourself. Okay. Next one. What's that?
Product adaptation and modification.
Environmental impact to see if that market requires eco-friendly or they have an eco-conscious consumer. Okay. Next consideration. Product size and weight to see if it fits with the demand or the consume portion for a person in that country. Okay. What else? Yeah. Yeah, you.
Product adaptations and on modification.
Yeah, you will need to change our product or just keep as it is when we export to that market. Okay, what else? Okay,
Product shelf life.
sorry.
Product shelf life.
Okay. So how can we classify the shelf life of a product? How can we classify the product's shelf life? Yeah, do you remember? Yeah. Yes. Okay. You need to pay attention to the shelf life when we export to the market. Okay. What else? One more consideration.
Product demand
Yeah, to see if they need it in the market or not. Okay. That's what you need to remember in section 7. Section 8, types of the pricing strategy. Anyone can give me some pricing strategy and the example? Yes.
high-low pricing, like they will have the high price, but in the seasonal sale, they will have like the big promotion to clear the stock.
Okay. So when we're talking about the pricing strategy, you need to be able to define the need of the pricing strategy and you explain it. And yeah, as she said, you need to be able to explain the objective of the pricing strategy. And it's also a biggest point for you if you can explain the advantages and disadvantages. Okay. Next one is another type of pricing strategy and example as well. She mentioned the high low, right? Yeah.
The premium pricing strategy. So example is Apple. So it's consistently price and track the price of iPhone is very high. Then most smartphones in this market, despite the high price, customers willing to pay because they perceive Apple work as a high quality, innovative, and prestigious.
You are correct, but to some extent, Apple not using the premium pricing strategy. What pricing strategy that Apple uses for their product? Premium pricing strategy. Actually, yes. So, next one, another pricing strategy is
Hai cái này xì lì à, làm thêm một cái.
okay. So she have a very good example is that the live stream on the TikTok or the Shopee, right? And within the time, and they gonna have a very good price. And after that, the price will reflect to the normal price. So she said that is the psychological pricing strategy. But beside the psychological pricing strategy, what else? What another pricing strategy here in this case? Yeah. Yeah, you, yes?
I think that's dynamic.
Dynamic pricing as well, because the price change during the time of the day, right? And another pricing strategy, please. You will For your answer, I need more specific framing. Yeah, you should be able to prepare anyway. So, for your information, with the Apple just launched a new campaign back to school. So, only for students, when you buy their MacBook, they will give you AirPods for free. So, the promotion only available up to the September, at the end of September. Yeah, if you have any intention to buy MacBook, you can buy from them. So they will give you for free a pair of AirPods. Okay, and the external factors that can affect the pricing strategy we already discussed, and the internal factors as well. And steps for the pricing strategy evaluation, we just learned at the beginning of this class. Anyone remember?
There are 5 steps. Consider cost, external or internal factor consideration, what pricing objective, select a pricing strategy, and adjust and review strategy.
Okay. And chapter 9, I would like you to focus on the types of the entry mode. And I just need you to remember like the main entry mode. You don't need to remember all 9 entry modes. Just remember about 3 or 4 entry modes, like the one that I talked to you during the previous. And I would like you to remember the right name, okay? And you explain the entry mode. And you need to be able to explain the advantages and disadvantages. And you remember the factors that can affect the choice of the entry mode. If you find it very difficult to remember the factors that can affect, you just need to remember the external and internal factors. So this will be easy for you to remember all of this. Okay? Any questions?
For example, like pricing strategy, let's have 10 strategies. So how many strategies should we
Just
prepare?
remember about 3 or 4. This
3 or 4.
You don't need to remember everything. So, yeah, you're gonna have 1 hour writing exam, closing exam, and you're gonna have like just similar to before you have 4 questions. So, section 6.